we're back. We're here.
We thought last week was the end of the year episode, but
didn't work out well.
Turns out that this is the end of the year episode, and we got a lot of odds and ends, a lot of things to kind of tie together. But it might be a quick episode. We'll see.
There's a lot of stuff, little small things though.
As always, before we start, please like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about us. We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. We're getting close. We're getting close.
Thanks for everyone following me on Twitter.
Haters. I told you you're doing a bad job with it.
I'm just kidding. All right, decent cards this weekend for Bellator.
All right,
not really. It's a bunch of
can squash.
There's a bunch of let's throw in the shittiest people on Risen and get them crushed by Bellator.
I didn't understand. Was it a Risen and Bellator co-promoter card, or was it a Risen card and then a Bellator card?
It was Bellator. It had some fighters from Risen on it. That's all it was.
So, but Fedor was with Risen, was he not?
No, he was with Bellator.
Wasn't his last fight in the Bellator contract with the Bader fight?
Yeah. And
they re-signed him?
Yeah. Okay. He got signed for the retirement tour.
Right.
For the third time. That's about it.
Okay, so where are we starting on the card?
We do have the open card. Garen Trushank got submitted, but who cares? And then we went to Lorenz Larkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually looked really good.
I didn't watch the fight.
No, it looked really good.
Did he finish him or what?
The guy had a chin though. He was getting slapped around. It was like going to China and seeing, or going to Japan and seeing a guy cook up some sushi. They just get into that shit. So let's just say you got Lorenz Larkin, and this guy was a fish, and he was just beating it. That's how the fight looked like.
So Larkin's the sushi chef.
Yeah. And
he filleted that man.
Filleted the man. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So it was just beating his head off the ground.
Did he wrap him nicely in lettuce, or what did he do? It wasn't gentle with it?
It wasn't gentle.
Okay.
Nice and tight. What the frick are we talking about? And then we got to Michael Page. He looked good.
That was a nice shot he landed, but I mean...
the guy, I'll give him that chin.
What round? Second round?
Second round.
Yeah.
Like 20 seconds in.
I mean, that dude was a small welterweight.
5'8" to 6'3" or 6'2", and then he was like 8 inches, and what do you expect?
He literally just like pulled his hand up and went, ding!
I know.
Guy's dead. And then MVP went off on the mic after. He's like, Japan!
I know.
I'm happy to be here. Like, can you fight a real guy though?
What was that tweet I seen, and we tweeted it back out? Scott Coker goes to the city before, jumps in a cab. Do you want to fight Michael Page in a couple months? That's how it works. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about...
No, there's other fights in the card.
But I want to talk about Michael Page, because Scott Coker said that he's going to give Douglas Lima versus Lorenz Larkin is going to be the next fight to make.
Douglas Lima versus Lorenz Larkin for the title?
Yeah.
Not MVP?
Not MVP.
Shouldn't it be like Larkin versus MVP for number one contender?
Lima has no reason not to fight, though.
Sorry?
Lima needs a fight. He was talking about going to middleweight, but...
What do you think on...
he's too small for middleweight, and we see what happened when Rory did it. If two welterweights go up to middleweight and get slumped by... It just looks bad on the division, especially in a year period. A year period, that's too close.
Yeah. There's not really nothing left for him at welterweight, though. He's beat everybody in the tournament. What are your final thoughts? Do you think Lima should move up or no?
No.
No?
Horrible.
So, but if he goes up to middleweight, he can fight Musasi, he could fight...
but he needs to fight the champion.
Yeah, but so that dude is supposed to be fighting Musasi again, so we're getting the rematch.
Renato?
Yeah. Lovato Jr.?
Lovato. Lovato should... Yeah, I don't know. That rematch, it's not worth holding up the division.
I don't think there's anything there at welterweight, especially with Rory gone, the trilogy's gone. Speaking of which, Rory's now in PFL. What do we think about that?
He just wants $1 million.
He's so far removed from his best days, and he's still in the prime of his career. He's only 30 years old.
I know.
That, like, mentally he's not there. He wants to go where he can make the most money with endorsements and
beat the easiest people.
Prize money. He's gonna get that $1 million if he wins it. Most money for the least reward. And you can do that in PFL. So if you're just in the sport to make money, good move. Competitively...
But he doesn't care for competitively.
I'm just saying, though, competitively, not a great move.
Absolutely. He's out there praying and...
He's not the Red King anymore. He's the Red Priest.
The Red Priest.
The Red Priest.
Oh, God. But then after Michael Page, we had the co-main, which I was stoked for. Michael Chandler.
He fought some guy from
UFC.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, he was from the UFC though, and he had a 500 record in UFC.
Sounds like a tomato can, if you ask me.
A UFC tomato can, though. But
first round, wasn't it?
First round smoked.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
He slumped him.
Chandler either demolishes people or he gets demolished.
Yeah, but he looked good shape. He looked like he lost a little bit of weight.
He went up in weight though, didn't he?
Well, it's because it's risen. You have to have like 3 more pounds or something.
Wait. Yeah, because he's lightweight. He went to 160.
Yeah, it was a catch weight, so he looked smaller.
Did he?
Yeah, in my opinion. But I mean, we already know he's going to have a title shot, but he's probably just taken, like, he could have got an automatic rematch if he waited, but I'm assuming he said he wanted to fight in Japan, and Ferre is holding up the division being in the double champ, especially in the featherweight,
right?
Where Chandler and him should have fought, because the first fight wasn't really...
It was kind of weird.
It was not. Yeah. He wasn't out cold, it was clip.
Anyways, main event.
The main event, we have,
oh my god.
Fat Page Jackson. I tweeted that out, got a couple likes.
Fat Page Jackson.
Versus the overrated GOAT, Fedor.
I mean, I agree with you, Fat Page Jackson, but definitely not overrated Fedor. Not overrated.
I don't think he's...
We both picked Rampage to win first round knockout. Just take that in.
Because Fedor has, like, no chin.
And what happened, though?
He just couldn't lift his arms anymore.
So
because it flaps.
The first issue here was at the weigh-in when I saw both dudes didn't want to take their shirts off, like the fat guy at the beach bar. Yeah. Nobody's like, oh, is that the fat kid at the pool? No, that's Fedor, the former best heavyweight on the planet. And Rampage Jackson, former UFC lightweight champion.
I was looking at Rampage Jackson. Like, look at the promotion picture that the Bellator had for it, and they have the 6-pack Rampage. Rampage was jacked back in the day.
Yeah, what happened? He came with the pepperoni nipples. He had that nice little like roll flap over top. You couldn't even see the camo on his trunks.
He had a dick do. It hanged over more than his dick do.
You couldn't see the camo on his trunks.
Take that at 205 at 260, the limit of heavyweight.
Did he make 265?
He had to cut weight.
Oh my god!
He said he was like walking around at 271.
Oh my!
He had to cut weight.
I honestly think that. This is unpopular opinion. I think that was fixed. That either he just came for a paycheck because he knew he had no chance of winning or something, or he took a dive. Because I've seen Rampage take way harder shots than that before, and I've never seen someone on the ground go like this. He literally waved to the ref or shook his head. No, I don't want anything to do with this. I've never seen a guy consciously say, "No, I'm good."
I've never seen Rampage unless he's getting soccer kicked to the head knocked out.
I think he took a dive. And then he's taking pictures with him after, like, oh yeah, we're friends. You just knocked me out, but that's cool, we're friends. We'll take pictures. Like, no, you knocked me out.
Rampage has one of the, like, known for one of the best chins ever.
So, what do you think? Fixed or not fixed? I think it's fixed.
It could because it's a retirement tour, and he's kind of been embarrassed lately.
People thought that was Fedor's last fight. Turns out
it wasn't.
He's got 2 more left in the clip.
But if you think about it, like, Rampage has a better chin, and even though he put on weight, that'd make him have a better chin. Like, his head wouldn't be... It did look a little weird how he shook his head, and he's like, no. Like, he looked conscious.
He took a dive. That's what happened. I'm telling you right now.
Honestly, unpopular opinion, I think a prime... Like, if you took the Rampage that knocked out Chuck Liddell, he would be Fedor in prime.
I don't agree, but... I don't agree. Well, next. What do we got next?
Did you ever watch Rampage highlights?
I watched Rampage live.
He's a GOAT.
I watched him in Pride live.
He's an all-time great.
What do we have next?
In the main event? Oh, that was the main event.
No, we have...
That's all you have to say about Rampage's belly? You don't want to talk about it anymore?
Oh, okay.
I was hating on this fight, but it was Davis versus Gamboa.
Okay, so on top of the co-main, we had the interim WBC light heavyweight champion, John Pascal, fellow Canadian, taking on Badou Jack, the Mayweather fighter. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
It was a good fight.
Fight of the year contender?
Yeah. For the end of the year, it could be.
How'd you score it? How do you not remember how you scored it?
I think I had a 1 round or 2 rounds down. I know I had Pascal. I had a brain fart. I'm sorry. I had Pascal up 2 rounds.
Okay, so I scored 1 point for Badu Jack because in the 12th round they scored a knockdown for Pascal. So Pascal's hurt on the ropes like this, throws a wild left hook, goes over Jack's head, and no one touched him. He just went down because he was hurt and off balance. So they called it a knockdown. It wasn't a knockdown, but I mean they scored a knockdown. You have to give him the 2 points to Jack. So that was a 2-point swing. I had Jack winning by 1 point. That being said, people were saying, "Oh, robbery." Pascal won the first 5 rounds. It was he had them in the bag, so he could lose rounds and still win that fight. 1 point either way, draw, no problem. I have no issues with 1 point either way or a draw. Run it back. I'm good with a rematch. Let's see that again. No, you don't want to see it again?
I don't think Bojack deserves a rematch.
Bojack.
Isn't it?
Bojack Horseman?
Yeah, Bojack Horseman.
Badu Jack.
He doesn't deserve a rematch.
It was that good of a fight, though.
But here's my understanding. When he's not the champion, first of all. No. Going into that fight.
Right.
Well, neither was Pascal, really. He's a silver.
Yeah, interim. No, not even silver. Interim. He's what Tony Ferguson was.
Who's he covering for?
WBC. Why am I blanking here? Beterbiev.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That defeated dude who already beat him.
No, they never fought.
I thought he's already beat him.
No.
Anyway, regardless, it's just Bojack's coming off 2 losses.
Stop calling him Bojack.
And then before that he had a draw. So and then before that he had a win, and before that he had a draw. So he's had 1 win in his last 5 fights. You don't get a title shot.
I feel you, but I would
2 wins in his last 8.
Okay, you're right. So let's say Pascal moves on. I would like to see him fight a champion then. Maybe Beterbiev, do that in Montreal because they both fight out of Canada. Kovalev was a good fight. They fought twice though.
I would like to see it again.
I could see him beating Kovalev now.
Yeah.
Vozdik coming off of the loss to Beterbiev. I'd like to see that fight. That's a good fight for him. Mm-hmm. A lot of good fights at light heavyweight.
Okay.
What do you think about the main event? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it because I don't give Davis any of my time. He's not worth it. He's a piece of trash.
You're aggressive. Okay, so let's start off with the weigh-in.
So you could talk about this because I just don't like the guy.
So Gervonta misses weight. First of all, he's coming up 2 weight divisions. And he missed weight. Take that in. How do you miss weight when you come up 2 divisions?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So then he missed weight, he went and he cut the weight, whatever. He comes back to do a face-off. And it's just an intense face-off, but no one's putting their hands on anybody. They're just face-to-face. Mm-hmm. He 2-hand shoves Gamboa as hard as he can. What are you doing, bro? Why are you an insecure little man? You're 5'5". We get it. It sucks. Life's rough. But you don't gotta be like that, man. There's no reason for you to disrespect. That's assault. You can get charged for that. There's no governing body, no commission, nothing. Then we get the fight. Gamboa tears his Achilles in the 2nd round, but before that, you could already see that his skills were diminished. It wasn't the Gamboa that we're used to seeing. 38 years old, he definitely slowed down. But tears his Achilles, fights all the way to the 12th round, gets dropped along the way a few times.
3 times.
Yep. I wasn't impressed with Davis. You have a guy who's fighting on 1 foot. Remember when David Haye tore his Achilles when he was fighting Bellew?
Yeah.
You got out of there. You got him out of there quick. He was okay, within the next couple of rounds, he's gone. The guy can't walk. Yorioka survived 10 rounds on 1 foot.
Holy, you're going to take something and be surprised. Me and Terrence Crawford were actually agreeing on things last night on Twitter.
You and Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, we're agreeing on things.
He
was bashing Davis pretty bad.
I don't think Davis beats Teofimo. I don't think he beats Devin Haney. I don't think he beats Lomachenko.
That's what Crawford said. He said, he tweeted, he's like, you're lucky it's not Lomo or in there with you right now. So,
but it's a name for his resume. That's all it is. It has to be bigger and better things 2020. Bro, in Mayweather fashion, he didn't call anybody out. How Mayweather is that? To just be like, oh, I talk to my people, we'll figure it out behind it. No! Take the microphone, Chael Stone in style. I want this guy, this date, in this building. Okay, we can get behind that. I can't get behind this wishy-washy bullshit. Pick the name. I want to see.
What would Lomo do?
It would be bad. Alright, what do we got?
Fight announcements?
Fight announcements. Okay, who?
Fight of the year already? Gal versus Alex Oliveira.
Mickey Gall, you might know him because he beat up CM Punk.
Ooh.
A glorified cab driver that's had a name from doing fake stuff in WWE.
Good wrestler.
Good wrestler.
Good talker, but
I got Oliveira.
He's too tough. Yeah. Gallo has a rear naked. That's it.
What's next?
We have Leon versus Woodley.
That's a good fight. That's a good one.
Did you see that parody?
The tweet
that I sent you of him doing the "I'm gonna take my soul to the."
Oh yeah.
It was horrible.
Was it real? Was that actually him?
Yeah.
And it was.
I was
tour, right?
I was thinking about. I was listening to some of his album.
Please stop. No.
I did.
How did it?
It's
how bad?
It's not. He shouldn't be a rapper, but
he's making good money, man. He's got songs with Wiz Khalifa and shit. Like, it's like a legit thing. From TMZ's behind him now. It is what it is. But okay, that fight. What do you think?
I do got Leon Edwards just kicking the shit out of him.
I can't believe how many people are. Leon Edwards is opened up as the betting favorite. Are you kidding me? Show me the money. I always bet on black, and we ain't talking about Leon Edwards, all right?
He said it about Usman too. I think Leon Edwards is really hungry right now, and his potential's at another level. I think Leon Edwards would beat Woodley. I think it would be. I don't see many people beating Leon Edwards. He'd beat Jorge really easily if they fought.
He already lost to Jorge, so
in a fight, Jorge wouldn't stand a chance.
I mean,
Jorge's beating up bums.
You're crazy, bro. Nate Diaz is a bum?
Yeah.
Ben Askren, you thought Ben Askren was going to clean
but
George.
That was kind of a fluke.
You thought Ben Askren was going to
But at the end of the day, we figured things out.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You thought Askren was this guy.
It was a good win, but
Darren Till, you thought Darren Till was going to clean him out. Guess what? He beat all
he wasn't looking good.
You're a hater. It is what it is.
Jorge's overrated.
If right now, if Leon and Jorge were signed to fight, Jorge's the favorite. I promise you.
I promise you that real MMA fans would know who'd win that fight.
Okay, next.
Just like this one. But you got Woodley, of course. He had him against Usman too.
So did you.
I think I had Usman. No, I have to. We're gonna rewatch that episode after this.
Okay.
Hall versus Jacare. I like this fight because
I like it for Hall. Jacare coming back down to middleweight kind of concerns because he looked good at light heavyweight. He was solid.
I think that Hall knocks him out.
Yeah,
in the second round. I think you're going to see Jacare grind him for a first round, and this gets slapped.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
I love Hall.
Jumping weight classes like that, it's tough.
By 20 pounds?
Yeah, it's tough.
That's 20-pound weight division.
That's some Roy Jones shit.
There should be a cruiser. I think there should be a cruiserweight division.
Like 195?
Yeah.
Wait, with it?
They'd have to switch that around one day. It's like it goes light heavyweight and then cruiserweight.
No, just go. That doesn't really matter what they call it. Just a weight division.
Light heavyweight. Yeah. And then, but we got Wilder versus Fury too.
There's one other one there. Paige Van Zant's coming back.
Oh yes,
Mr. Steal Your Man or Mrs. Steal Your Man.
She's nothing special, but I can name 3 girls at the top of my head who's way better looking. Rachel Osovich,
yes.
Tracy Cortez, and Alexa Grasso.
Who's that? Lipski. Lipski. She's a Brazilian fighter. She's.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not bad at all.
And I like Yana.
Joanna?
No, Yana. The
Bullet
blonde. She lost to Cyborg.
Okay, yeah.
I like her.
Shevchenko sisters are up there. They're in the conversation.
I just think that Paige kind of looks like a man in the face.
Okay, next topic.
Shut up, Tracy Cortez. That girl's gonna be the future of this.
Get her to follow you.
I'm trying. I love that girl.
Keep tweeting at her.
I love her.
We know you do. Next.
Thoughts on AJ? Or we got Fury versus Wilder.
Biggest fight announcement of the week by far.
Did you like the one with the smiles?
Oh, with the smiles.
I sent you their post.
Oh yeah. Yes, finally. We knew it was coming. It's been on BoxRec for weeks.
Yeah. But
officially got signed, sealed, and delivered 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, and AJ might be sparring towards the fight with.
So it's February 22nd at MGM in Vegas.
Yeah.
And AJ might be sparring him. But might be sparring Fury, getting him prepared. What do you think about that?
I think he should. Yeah, he should be fighting more of a. I don't know.
The body type is similar because they're both 6'6", 6'7". But AJ's more of a very physically imposing person compared to Wilder.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're not going to get better sparring than Anthony Joshua, though.
In my opinion, it's weird because, like, you're not going to... I would like to see that sparring because if you ever seen Fury versus Joshua, I think in a real fight, that would be one of the best boxing matches you could see. Like
100%.
two boxing fans, they are great boxers.
So I've been thinking this at first. I was like, holy shit, yeah, let's do it. That's great sparring for both of them. But then I'm thinking it's Fury's camp. You got to remember that, right? So Joshua's been off for a while. He had the fight with Ruiz about a month ago. He's been kind of chilling, doing his own thing. Who knows?
Not the Rampage.
No, not Rampage. But just listen for a second. So Fury, it's his camp. So what does that mean? Fury's working hard. Fury's in shape. Fury's eating properly. Joshua's there to help out Fury. So Joshua's going to be getting... Fury's going to be getting the better of Joshua in exchange because he's just in better shape. He's a better athlete at the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't know how I feel about that. And the thing is, they could hurt each other. These aren't sparring partners. These are two world champion caliber guys. It's dicey. That's tough. You don't want Fury to have his best rounds in the gym. You don't want to leave him in the gym. You want him to peak in the fight against Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's tough.
And you might want to try and hurt him.
It's interesting.
But we also... it's a good fight. I wanted to talk about...
who are you leading towards right now, Fury or Wilder?
Fury.
Yeah, I'm winning. I got Fury.
It'll be nice to see Wilder lose.
Yes.
Finally. Well, we have accomplished this year.
Yeah. So as
we accomplished it as a channel.
As a channel
overall,
I think we're doing well.
Doing well.
I think we're making bringing a mark into the combat sports universe. People are starting to kind of recognize our name. Mm-hmm. I think we're taking casual MMA fans and making them more boxing fans. People, like a lot of people have been like interacting with our boxing posts more and more and more. And it's usually a lot of MMA people as well. I don't know. I think we're doing
it's going well. I'm happy with this year will be good.
What do you think? Where do you see us this time next year? Ooh, okay.
You know what it is.
That dinero.
Yeah.
Dollars.
All
right. What's next?
Better camera, better stuff.
Better camera's coming soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
But I wanted to talk about the 4. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
And this is coming from me.
Yeah.
I got 2. First of all is, what are your 4 most overrated and underrated fighters?
Just off the top of my head, like that?
Do you want me to go first so you think about it?
Yeah, you go first.
You don't have to answer, but I gave mine. It was just a question that I was asked off someone by Tinder. I mean, Twitter, not Tinder.
I'm gonna think.
All right, I would say Izzy, Paulo Costa, Ngannou, and Jorge. And when I say overrated, I don't mean they're not bad fighters because they've done great things. It's just that I've seen them all. I've seen them beat. Actually, all of them have been beat. Mm-hmm. Even Costa's been beat. Izzy's been beat. They're just overhyped because I know, like, Costa, I really hate that he's been hyped as much. Like, he's been told that he's going to be the middleweight champion, now the light heavyweight champion. In some places, I'm like, well, he's only beaten Yoel Romero, and that's arguable.
Yeah.
Before that, you beat a fat Johnny Hendricks, who should never been fighting. Yeah, a champion, but never been fighting at middleweight. And who did he beat before that? Uriah Hall, who's mediocre. He's like a stepping stone.
My 4 most overhyped ones, I have Randy Couture, one of the worst heavyweight champions of all time.
Loses 2, gets a title shot a year and a half after.
The dude's nickname is The Natural. The Natural at losing. Then we got Mark Hunt, one of the most overhyped people of all time. 13 and 14, Super Samoan.
Both 2 people that are overhyped that aren't even 500s.
Probably Alistair Overeem, even though I love him. He is what he is because he had that crazy run in K1, which has nothing to do with mixed martial arts, and a crazy run eating horse meat. So super overhyped. And then number 1 all-time overhyped that just
BJ Penn.
Cannot stand a hype train, Ben Askren. Number 1 is definitely Ben Askren. It's not even close. His record's what in the UFC?
1 and 2.
Yeah. And it should be 0-3.
No.
How many times did he get concussed in the UFC? That'd be 3 times.
In honorable mention, BJ Penn.
It's tough, man. He fought at heavyweight, too. That's kind of crazy. Like, you got to give him respect for that.
I give him respect. He went out there and fought, at least. But
like big dudes.
Now he's losing to fat people on the street.
Yeah.
Heavyweight fights.
What's next?
Underrated. Which is my favorite because I actually came up with this. And you don't have to go with this one, but I'm going to say Miocic.
Okay.
Every one of his fights, he's been an underdog.
Yeah.
There's people are saying Ngannou. When I said overrated, they're saying when we went into that fight, how many people gave Miocic a chance?
The rematch?
Yeah.
Me and you both picked
No, I mean, the first fight.
Oh, the first fight.
With Ngannou.
Oh, yeah, nobody. Yeah.
And we're like,
he's going to win this fight.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
And he won. Sorry, it's stinky up in here. Corey Sandhagen.
Okay.
You have so many killers. So you got Moraes, you got Peter Yan, and you have all these fighters. And there was a killer, Corey Sandhagen. He might be a weight bully at 5'10".
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was that big. But he could be champion potentially. He's not even been talked about. Benavidez was kind of melted down, even though he's beaten Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
He's beaten everyone. He's two-time Joe now because he's beaten Division twice.
Yeah.
He's underrated because of Demetrius.
I can't. That's hard to come off the top of my head, but I'll give you a couple for sure. Demetrius Johnson, definitely number one.
Yeah.
This guy's pound for pound.
It wasn't even done yet.
No, that was 4 names.
No.
Was it not?
No.
Okay, continue, my man.
Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Okay, that's a good pick, too.
The guy has 2 main event wins, but he's hurt right now, and I think he could stop a lot of people in the welterweight division. And he's going to be coming. You'll see. All right, your turn.
I got... Wait, who did I just say?
I don't know.
Now I'm blanking hard. Who did I just say? Oh, Demetrius Johnson. Yeah, Demetrius Johnson doesn't get the respect he deserves for being the man for as long as he was. And he was fighting a division he shouldn't even have been in for a long time, 135. Jared Cannonier is a straight-up savage nobody knows about in 2020. He's just going to come on. I think he flattens Whitaker, to be honest. Another underrated fighter. It's tough. Corey Anderson.
Underrated,
He's definitely underrated. He's going to put on a good shows in 2020. We're talking just in the UFC, right?
Yeah, you can name anyone.
I don't know if he's underrated, but Virgil Ortiz, look up for him to blow up in 2020. He's like Prospect of the Year by Ring Magazine. That dude's a dog.
Both good lists.
Yeah.
And the last question for me. What was your fight of the decade?
Oh, my Lord.
Boxing and MMA. I will go first. Fight of the decade for me would have to be Joshua versus Klitschko. It was just two of my favorites going at it. Couldn't ask for anything better, and it was a fun fight.
Yeah.
MMA, I'd have to say fight of the decade was Rory McDonald versus Robert Lawler. It just has so many memorable moments that you just won't get back. So.
Yeah. Due to recency bias, I'm probably going to go with Calvin versus Adesanya.
Such a good fight.
But, like, it's definitely in the mix. I can't think of, like, definitely the Lawler fight is up in there.
Jones versus Gus.
The first one, yeah, but I think the 2 we just named are better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy fights. But I'm going to go with Adesanya versus Calvin. And then Wilder versus Fury. 100%.
Wilder Fury. It was more because you were there.
Partially because I was there, but it's also some of the craziest ups and downs of a sporting event of all time. Have you ever seen something like that in the 12th round? That 12th round alone is one of the most ridiculous 3 minutes of fighting you'll ever see in your life.
Absolutely.
Not to mention that Wilder's getting his ass kicked every round and then just keeps dropping him and somehow comes back. Amazing fight. Absolutely sensational. Okay.
All right. We got some fan questions. William Turner.
Okay. Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops.
What's up?
Are the rest of the other welterweight champions scared shitless of Terrence?
Of who?
Terrence Crawford.
I would say none of them are scared of him except for Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence still wants nothing to do with him. I don't even know if it has so much to do with him being scared of him, but he doesn't want to fight him. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't think it's worth the money to him.
He doesn't want to fight him because he doesn't have to. You can get belts and fight for big paychecks just over on PBC. So, like, why risk it when you don't have to? Would I say he's scared? No, but he doesn't want to fight him. What do you think?
I don't think any fighter's scared of anyone, and I think money talks. I don't think fighters get scared of another fighter. I think it's in their blood.
Yeah, that's true.
Who is the king of the welterweights in the sweet science?
Is this by Pops?
This is Pops.
Are you
talking about all time or
right now? I think you have to say Errol Spence.
Smart,
just because he has 2 belts. But who do I think is the better fighter at the division? Terrence Crawford.
Haven't played that, sure.
Yeah, he might not even be the same right now after everything that happened to him.
Yeah, there was an interview with him though. Yeah. He looked decent.
He seemed alright.
But I do have to say Spence again.
But they have to fight. That's 1 and 2.
Yeah, well, arguable. Depends.
Next.
Thoughts on Triple C by Luke Poner.
Thoughts on Triple C tweets. What did he tweet?
This is stupid shit.
Like the cringy stuff?
Yeah. Just go away.
I mean, he's not Triple C anymore, so it's single C.
What about that? Like, he's just getting annoyed. He's looking thick. First of all,
I don't think he ever planned on going back down to 125.
No.
I don't know.
Remember the snake?
Yeah, I mean, I could do without the cringe, to be honest.
Yeah. Maybe it'll get him 2,000 more pay-per-view buys, but maybe, I don't know. But that's all I can say. He needs to this fight.
Who was that by? You're gonna give him a shout out.
I did. Luke Poner.
Okay.
I did say.
Okay.
Should there be a cap on the heavyweight division for weight?
Who asked the question, bro?
By a cat.
That's her Instagram handle is
Catalinas.
Catalinas asks, should there be a cap on heavyweight division? No.
There is.
There is, but there shouldn't be. In boxing, there's not.
No,
Nikolai Valuev weighed over 300 pounds and fought David Haye, who was a cruiserweight coming up in weight.
The boxing, there is actually a super heavyweight
in the amateur, not in pro.
For MMA?
No, you said in boxing there's a super heavyweight, which there is.
But in MMA there is actually a super heavyweight division.
But there is
more in Asia.
Yeah,
but there is a division. So
yeah, but it's heavyweight. How is there a division above heavyweight? That doesn't make any sense. It's the heavyweight division. It's like the king of the divisions. It's weird. If anything, what they should do is take the cap off of heavyweight and move cruiserweight and light heavyweight. So cruiserweight for boxing and light heavyweight for UFC. Move them up to like 220 or something, and then you have everyone that's 220 and up is in the heavyweight division.
I guess
because there shouldn't be a cap on heavyweight. It's like so if you're 6'9" and you're built like
what if Brock didn't have to cut weight?
Like, exactly. And Brock only 6'3", so
that's scary though.
Yeah,
that he had to cut weight. I guess you're right. You got me on this one, and I'm thicker than a Snicker, heavier than a Chevy.
Stop. The shows we were doing fine. We were doing just fine before that.
Is Old Connor back by Wicked MMA? As the coaches say. I just want to make that rhyme. I'd say yes.
I can't answer that.
We can't answer that till the fight.
January 18th. I would say no. I don't think he'll ever be back.
You think he's going to lose?
I don't think he's going to lose. I think he beats Cowboy easily regardless. But the Connor that could like shit talk, train by day, shit talk by night, Batman, Bruce Wayne kind of thing. I don't think we're ever going to see that again. The money that he got in his bank account just keeps going up. Get that proper 12. I don't think we're ever going to see that again. He will always be a good fighter. I don't think he's ever going to be a great that he was for those 2 years, from like 2014 to 2016.
Or 2013. Yeah. I think that's it.
Is that it for questions?
That's it. But is that it for the show, or do we want to talk about veggies versus?
Nope, we're done.
Two.
Nope, that's it.
Do you remember veggies?
Yes. No, we're not going down that road.
No. Nope. What about the clock?
We're done. Nope.
Do you remember the clock?
Guys, like, subscribe, share the video.
Going back with old memories.
We're out. Hold up.